Good, good afternoon, respected educators, fellow students, and distinguished observer. Let me begin with a very simple question to you all. Did we all say that I'm fine when we actually weren't when someone asked how we are? Maybe some of us here, right? If mental health really had a face, it wouldn't always be tear-streaked or dramatic. It may sometimes look like the student who never missed a deadline. Sometimes it may look like the class clown. And sometimes it may even look exactly like each one of us present here today. So today, I stand before you to share my views about something that is present everywhere around us and even within ourselves, yet rarely seen. And are there any guesses? My topic for today is the unseen struggles, the reality of adolescent mental health. According to global health organizations, nearly 1 in 7 adolescents worldwide are affected by some or the other kind of mental illness. Anxiety and depression are the leading causes of mental disorders in teenagers, and suicide remains the major cause of death among teenagers of age 15 to 19 years old. Shocking, isn't it? Mental health does not stay just in adolescence, but it quietly shapes the future. So, to make it more interested and to prove what I say, I have conducted an informal survey in our school and in the neighboring schools in Erode. And are you all eager to know what the result was? Nearly 62% of the students told that they are affected by frequent academic pressure. And nearly half of them accepted to feeling emotionally exhausted at least once a week. And 32% of them told that they are not comfortable in sharing their emotional struggles to their adults just because of the fear of being judged or being labeled as weak. And finally, only 1 out of 4 felt comfortable seeking for mental health support from their elders. And one interesting incident happened when I was conducting this survey. One student told, "We are taught how to solve equations, but not how to handle even our own emotions." True, isn't it? Perhaps it's the most honest feedback that our education system has ever received. So, now arises the most important question of this hour. Why are so many teenagers struggling in silence? There are multiple reasons, but the most common and important reason is academic pressure. I'm sure some of us here will accept to this, but some of us may not. That's another part of debate. Let us stick with mental health. Marks, comparisons, scores, and ranks often determine how students view their own worth, as though a report card could define a human being. And next comes the most common thing that links everyone in the world. It's social media. The overwhelming influence of social media is huge and massive. Teenagers scroll through curated perfections, often comparing their behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reels, often forgetting that even those perfect posts are often edited and stressed over before being uploaded. Next comes another major cause: lack of emotional expression. It must be relatable to every one of us here. Our parents and teachers often tell us that we are too young to be stressed, too young to be anxious, and even too young to be overwhelmed. But ironically, this invalidation itself often becomes a source of stress. Adding fuel to the fire comes the fear of failure and uncertainty about the future. The expectations of having life figured out at 16 while still panicking about what career path to choose or at least what to eat for dinner. However, when these struggles go unnoticed or unaddressed, they create huge impacts in the society. In the short term, Poor mental health affects their academic performance, it disrupts sleep, and causes emotional withdrawal from our friends and family. In the long run, it creates huge impacts. It leads to chronic anxiety, depression, substance abuse, difficulty in maintaining relationships, and finally, it affects our productivity in the adulthood. But awareness alone is not enough. What we truly need is action. Mental health conversations must be normalized and should be treated with the same seriousness as physical health. Just as one is comfortable saying that I have a fever today, one must be comfortable saying that I think I'm not okay today. Because feeling heard is the first step towards healing. Schools must move beyond academic success and incorporate mental health well-being educating systems, educating students how to manage their stress, emotions, and the most importantly, teenagers must be taught how to face failures and emerge out of them. Because youngsters these days are often afraid of failures and they try to quit. But that's not how it works. One must be comfortable facing failures. They must learn to face failures and emerge out of them to lead a successful life. Equally important are peer support systems. Because often teenagers don't need any advice or solutions. What they truly need is just someone to listen to them without them being judged. Counseling services must also be made approachable and accessible, ensuring that seeking for help feels safer rather than intimidating. On an individual level, small but consistent habits like healthy sleep patterns, limiting our screen time, the most important thing that every one of us need, and regular physical activities and journaling can help improve mental well-being. We must also have a shift in our perspectives. Instead of asking why a student is struggling, we should ask what support do they need to improve? Because seeking for help is not just a weakness anymore, but it's self-awareness and courage. To end, I would like to say these words. Teenagers these days are not fragile, they are resilient. But resilience doesn't mean silence. When we create environments where students feel heard, supported, and understood, we do more than just protect mental health. We empower an entire generation. So the next time when someone asks you how you are, answer honestly. And when you see someone struggle, just listen. And please do remember this. Adolescence is not just a battle to survive, but it's a journey that we all deserve to thrive in. So let us all understand these simple words and try to live our lives to the fullest. Thank you, everyone.